anemones everywhere just grazing. It was a reverse. Check this out. The rose bubble anemone has moved overnight to the other side of the rock and is really pulling itself apart. I wonder if it is trying to split. Well, one thing that's kind of worrying is all these sexy shrimps. I fed them. I fed them just now, but they were all kind of lining up, and 2 of them is actually on the RBTA. I wonder if they're actually bothering the anemone. We got 3 sexy shrimps just kind of like hovering right above the bubble tip anemone, and the bubble tip anemone actually like has some really big reaction right before this. I was ready to film, and it just really retracted hard, and I think whatever the sexy shrimps are doing is really bothering the rose bubble tip anemone. Just look at that. I think they're probably just picking at the mucus or something. But I fed the shrimp this morning, so I mean, it's like they develop a taste for the rose bubble tip anemone, and that's not cool.
2 days later.
Look at this. It has been a couple of days, and the rose bubble tip anemone is once again on the run. I would not say the sexy shrimps are caught in the act, but this seriously looked pretty bad for them. To be fair, I have not fed this tank for the last 2 days or almost 3 days. So the shrimps are probably super hungry and just kind of looking for things to eat. For the most part, the anemone doesn't seem to mind unless they get a little bit more aggressive. Then you can see the whole anemone kind of like wince a little bit. Look at that, just like that. 3 shrimps now, right smack in the anemone. I don't know what they're doing right now. Like jockeying for position. Well, I'm gonna feed the shrimp so that they'll stop pestering. Alright guys, something quick. Prime Reef, my favorite flake food. I just shut off the flow because I see all the shrimps are right here. Look, oh man, they are really bothering the anemone here. Just flick the feed right there. Look, the shrimps are not shy about hopping onto the flake to grab them. I don't think the other shrimps, like right there, and this guy, have smelled them yet because I just shut off the flow. Look at the other one, the other large one, going right after the flake. Oh, I think that guy smells it too. I really don't like how the sexy shrimp is bothering the rose bubble anemone. That is kind of wild, actually. I thought it'd be picking it out of corals, but it's actually squatting right above the anemone. But those guy at least is now splitting the flake. And hopefully they'll stop bothering the rose bubble anemone, and we'll see. I'll check in again. Alright, Reefers, while I try to find a solution to the sexy shrimp versus rose bubble anemone problem at home, I want to introduce you to my good friend Alex. I've known him for years. We were in fact college roommates, and we kept fish tank together when we were back at college. If I am the inappropriate reefer, this guy is the appropriate reefer. He just got everything together. So it is no surprise that when we both got our rose bubble anemone from the same source a couple years back, his split at least 40 or 50 times already. So at the current count, I believe he has roughly 32 rose bubble anemone in his BioCube tank. Being the generous guy that he is, he has been hooking me up with rose bubble anemone whenever I need them for a new tank or for a friend. I know a lot of us are curious about the secret of keeping this nice rose bubble anemone tank.
I only do water change, maybe like
Kind of add water into it?
yeah. I have a auto tap out.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You just keep tapping off the water. That's it.
Yeah, a lot of people asking me what your secret is, by the way, Alex.
There's no secret.
There's no secret.
The secret is I add this, and this.
Okay. Oh, okay. So that's the coral food from
Yeah.
BLS. Fish flake, right?
Fish flakes.
LPS.
LPS.
Oh, that's amino
Amino acid, yeah.
Got it. How often do you add this?
Daily.
Daily.
Yeah.
Don't do water change. Keep it dirty. They like it dirty.
Yeah, I hate doing water change. Yeah, I mean, since I have kids, I know it's hard for me to do this while they are running around.
Oh, yeah.
So I just don't do it.
Oh, it is. There's a clownfish. Look at the clownfish. Oh, it is? Is it room temp? You have a heater, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
it's
have
room
a
temp.
heater, but I only set it to be on like a couple hours a day.
Oh, really? Okay, not constant.
Not constant, yeah.
Huh, okay.
It's only on when the light's on. So it's heating up the tank when the light's on.
Now we know that bubble tip anemone, they split either when they're really happy or really stressed. So I wonder in some way, could it be the temperature fluctuation that encourages the bubble tip anemone to split? I'm not sure, but it's definitely food for thought. Either way, he got a beautiful tank. I would not mind trading one of my reef tank to a rose bubble tip anemone tank. Speaking of rose bubble tip anemone tank, last year while we were in Orlando visiting Disney, we also swung by SeaWorld and then we checked out the aquarium. They have this pretty awesome rose bubble tip anemone tank where kids can pop their head in and look around. It was really cool. And while there, we also checked out the huge reef tank that they got. Yo guys, reefers, look at this. I did not expect to see a massive tank like this here in SeaWorld of Orlando. This is insane. Emily, could you just walk in so we get a sense of scale? This is amazing. Alright, let's look at some of the details. So they obviously know what's going on. Well, maybe not because they have GSP right here. It's gonna take over eventually, right? Look at all those SPS. Oh my goodness. Just amazing. All the enthies. Nice mix of LPS, SPS, and softies. We got no gold nuggets maroon right there. We got some kryptonite candy cane. Monty Cab, tanks everywhere just grazing. Look at this valley of SPS. Somebody obviously knows what's going on. And it's not just slapped together, these are well planned out. We got some nice birds nets here. We got some really beautiful acro. Beautiful. And they got the, I noticed they put the red Monty cap on the side. These are fast growing plating coral, so they're definitely great ways to kind of frame the entire aquarium. And we got these massive terrace climb. This is at least 2 foot. Look at these guys. It's beautiful. The scope of this is just amazing. And it's just huge. Super impressive. Maybe in a few years I'll have something like this in my house. Now, I know a lot of people don't really like SeaWorld due to them keeping dolphins and orcas, and I think that's changing from what I understand. However, you have to give credit where credit is due. They know what they're doing when it comes to reef tank. Just look at this beast. And I actually remember meeting one of you guys there who was wearing a worldwide coral shirt, and they were taking a picture in front of this huge reef tank as well, and it was good times.
End of flashback.
It has been about a week since the last update. As you can see, the bubble tip anemone is still not a fan. Now, I've been feeding the shrimp a little bit more aggressively. I feed them almost daily now, but they are still insisting on resting on the bubble tip anemone, so I think they just like the protection of the stingers. I think what I will do is to find some way to keep the sexy shrimps outside of the anemone. And there are 2 ways to do this. Number one, I think I can either add a porcelain crab or the anemone crabs that kind of chill in the bubble tip anemone. They will probably force the shrimp out, or I can finally get a clownfish. I've been waiting to get the quote-unquote perfect clownfish, and I'm just waiting and waiting and waiting. But you know what? I think it's time to really pick one that can be the master of this 10-gallon nano tank. What do you guys think? I'm choosing between a Black Storm or a Da Vinci or a regular clownfish. But I just want one that's really small so it can really spend a lot of time in 10-gallon before I have to move it away. Alright guys, well that is the update for this 10-gallon nano tank, specifically in the sexy shrimp versus bubble tip anemone situation. I will keep you guys up to date. See you guys next Sunday. So where shall we start, Jim?
You can start with the elegance.
Alright, so here's elegance coral, and